Alright, howdy y'all. Yeah, there's about a cord of twigs there. Just in case y'all are wondering what in the hell I'm talking about with memories of a tree stand. You ever had a tree stand, you go and cut down trees, lots and lots of trees. And there's the stuff that's too thick to go into the trash cans. I only really cut 2 big branches today. Just 2. No big deal. But my back's a little bit hurting. It is what it is. And that's why I was a little bit late. Had to put up tools, do the other stuff, and get going on things. And pour a drink. And, get out over here. Find out that my transmission is unstable due to weak signal. Get this thing plugged in. Now I can tell Twitter where the hell I'm at. Real simple message for Twitter. Just go. Hey, the 2 that are here, y'all don't need any music, do you? Good, because I'm not going to play any. But we are going to put this sucker on temporary mute for, well, let's call it an hour. Howdy, Chip. Great to see you, sir. And now for anybody else that wants to hear that, of course, I'm going to howdy, Steve. Great to see you as well. Now, picture time. Bear with me. I took some pictures. All right. Let's go with this picture first. Okay. This picture is, well, we'll just fill up the screen there. Okay, so this picture is what it looked like more or less when it first started. You notice this limb right down here that looks already cut off? Lower, you know, it's definitely, it looks big and cut off. All right, so we're going to look at that. And then we are going to see that same lower limb right there? Well, that's what it looks like. Now, you see the longer branch there that's pretty much been completely deforested, and how it has raised up quite a bit. Alright, so we'll give you a quick look over at that again. Here we go. Alright, so there's the long branch. You can see hanging over, pretty heavy. And there it is again, with like almost completely level now. And I'm still going to chop more of that off, but I got to do all that by hand. Hand with a long pole saw. Not exactly fun. And then the 2 pictures, let's see, this might or might not show up very well. You can see a big old tree right there, basically just hanging out in the middle of the yard. But if you look, that goes all the way over here to the neighbor's house. That is a 6-foot gate, and a 10-foot section of fence right there. And that tree limb is covering all of it, well, plus a little. No, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying. And then there is one more picture, and this is the what in the hell was I thinking? This was a brush pile that easily was 4 foot tall, and pretty much just all the loose crap that I brought down out of that tree took up three large trash cans and a small pile of larger chunks that are too big to go in the trash cans. No big deal. That's what I've been doing today. That's why my back hurts. It's not really the work of reaching up and doing the saw. No big deal. That's just arms and shoulders. Pretty easy. It is all the bending over and picking up all the twigs for the rest of the day. Actually, that's only about an hour and a half worth of work. And normally I try to keep it down to just one trash can per week so that the trash guys don't get too upset with me. Oops. I think on Wednesday, tomorrow, they're going to be upset with me, and I'm going to say, sorry about your luck. But I felt like putting on a different shirt and a different hat and stretching out a little bit on the back. No big deal. Just saying. I tell you what, this being semi-retired bullshit because of COVID is more work than me having a job. I'm ready to have a job, damn it. Be in this COVID crap. By the way, for anybody who's not watching the State of the Union address tonight, such as me, State of the Union, come on. Bad gas prices, really bad homicide rates. Democrats don't trust Republicans. Republicans don't trust Democrats. People acting like spoiled children, left, right, and sideways. Me, I'm thinking it is a good time for a cigar and a bourbon. Hopefully, I had that high enough up that y'all could see me do that. It's just one little quick swipe with a knife, and then trim the little piece that almost always sticks over at me. Oh, work don't start until the tree is down. Then the real work. Yeah. Telling you. Now, I'm not taking the whole tree down. I'm just taking the stuff that's overgrown that really needed to come down anyways. Now, it's a Bradford pear, so it gets out there and it starts hanging. And then a good wind comes up and it'll just snap it off. And all of that was out there today was hanging over my neighbor's fence. So I had to be real careful and do a whole lot of extra work to cut it in just a certain way so that it doesn't hit my neighbor's fence coming down. Like, now I'm going to have to take that one limb that's sticking kind of way out there, and I'm going to have to saw it into little bitty ass chunks so that when it falls directly as I want it to. Howdy Derek and howdy Boris. Great to see both of y'all today. Ooh, 965. Always loved 965. And Boris, Huvailta, brother. Now, along with my cigar, I'm having... This is a rocks size glass, and this is 2 fingers in a rocks size glass. Neat. So in case y'all are thinking I'm some sort of lush or whatever, I could have filled that glass up. I could drink that. I'm not going to sit there and throw ice in it. Go ahead, Martin. Go ahead, Martin. I know you're in here somewhere. You know I'm taking a shot at you. S-H-O-T, yes. Shot, shot, shot. Howdy, Patrick Grant. Great to see you, sir. Oh, and in case y'all want to know, the tree that I cut, or the tree that I was working on today, I'll show the, see not the lowest big branch here, but the second branch up, that one. Let's keep that in mind. And that's, I mean, I took a bunch off of it. But now I got to take that big branch and I've got to cut it in little bitty pieces until it completely disappears almost. Mostly so that it doesn't fall on my neighbor's fence. I don't want to have to build his fence again. What's in the glass? That is Balcones. It's a Texas bourbon. And tomorrow, I'm thinking about having a Bloody Mary. Oh, yeah. I don't know. No, Derek, no bucket truck, brother. That's all pole saw. I'd stick it up there on the pole about, well, including me, about 20, 25 feet. It is hell trying to find a longer pole saw than what I've got. And I've looked a lot. If I had a bucket truck, that whole damn thing would be cleared out and I'd just have branches laying all over the front yard right now. Oh yeah, believe me, Derek, trust me, if I had the ability to have a bucket truck, I'd park it right here in the damn driveway and I would run it from 8 o'clock in the morning, which is as early as I'm willing to fuck with my neighbors, until I couldn't see anymore at night. And I would have all my trees topped, chopped, torn down, no problem. I'd be running a sawzall because chainsaws are a little hard while in the bucket truck, but a sawzall you can just and as soon as you release the trigger, it stops sawing. But I know how to tie off limbs and all that. I mean, I was an electrician. We ran bucket trucks here in Texas. Oh yeah, I wish I had a bucket truck. Hell, even a JLG right now would be great. All the next stuff up, I'm going to be stuck having to climb up a ladder and do it the real hard way. I don't want to go there. And Boris, let's see, Texas bourbon or Texas whiskey. It is actually the Texas bourbon, not the Texas whiskey, but they do make both, and they also make a rye and a few other things. They're supposed to be really good, and I'm not a fan. What is a bucket truck? A bucket truck is the truck with a boom on it. Normally it's a 3-position boom. It can do all kind of different things. And there is a bucket looking thing to stand in, and you control it with a couple of joysticks, 2 or 3 depending upon how fancy the bucket truck is, and how, well, you might have 4, maybe 5, but it lifts up with some guy standing in the bucket, and you do your work, and then when you're done with the work, it drops back down. Derek, I see the 12-inch chainsaw thing, but I also watched a buddy of mine tear his leg up pretty bad with one of those, because when he went to set it down, it pulled the trigger on its own, and it swung into the bucket, and it climbed that bucket and literally cut through the bucket right into his leg. So I don't use a chainsaw in a bucket truck anymore. It's just me. You can do it if you want to. Patrick, I would say that a red snapper would be good, but I don't have gin, and I'm not really a fan of the gin anyways. Yes, for topping would be good, because you're never going to set the saw down until you're done, and then you can turn it off, literally off. There he is, overpipe. Don't worry, Boris. You keep the questions coming. I'll keep answering them as best as I can. Howdy, Martin. Great to see you. Okay. Howdy, Robert. Great to see you as well. All right. Martin has a question. Arnold, how long do I let my cigars rest before smoking? If I buy them from a reputable location, I don't have to. If they've come in on a plane, I give them 2 weeks in as best conditions as I can afford to get them in. And can you leave the cellophane on? Yes, cellophane is actually porous. It keeps most of the dust off, but your cigars can breathe just fine. All right, let's see. Oh, y'all got an outboard saw holster. Nice. We never had anything that fancy. Oh yeah, you got to have the safety lanyard on it. Now, see, if I had a tractor here or a backhoe here, I'd get that taken care of pretty quickly, because I've got no problem putting on the harness and getting up there. Oh, okay. Somebody's going to be smoking the Meerschaum poker. Let's see. Is it true that when the cellophane has discolored that your cigars are nice and aged? Yes. If your cigars are in cellophane and it's clear and you're looking at it and it doesn't really change any kind of color, maybe it's aged. Now, some cellophanes come unnaturally yellowed, such as the Perdomo champagnes. So be careful about that. But if you see a cellophane and it is a dingy yellow to a brown, now you're talking about, holy cow. Now you're seeing the oils will have, from the leaf, they've come out to the outside. They've deposited all the sugars. Now, you might have bloom, you might not. Bloom or plume. It's hard to tell which one they're saying. That's where all the crystals end up here on the outside. That's when you start getting the flavors from all of that aging really starts coming through. Oh yeah, Steve, definitely no Captain Black Grape before climbing into that tractor bucket. Just don't do it. Come on, Robert. Don't lie. Don't tell that one. Martin, I've never had the Nub Nuance lineup, but I have had the Tobacco Special. If you like a coffee infused cigar, it's great. If you don't like any kind of infused cigar, you're not going to like it. But it is a Drew Estate, so if you want to know what we're talking about by it being a great cigar anyways, go get a Drew Estate that is not infused. You're going to understand. It's going to be a great cigar. Construction's a premium. Yeah, you're going to pay that premium price. But trust me, when you don't have the ash all flaring into 2,500 pieces and you're just getting a great cigar out of it. Oh, Robert, hitting hard tonight. Good one, Steve. Well, Martin, I can understand that. Sometimes something that's just a little bit is just, it's nice. Patrick, I'm not a big fan of infused cigars either, but I will smoke the tobacco because they taste like coffee. And I like coffee. Woo! Martin's going with the black and milds. Hey, Martin, just remember, once you go black, you'll never go back. Backwoods grape. Might as well go get you some of them Island Gems. And that'll be the face you start making. Robert, there is tannic acid in tobacco, according to what I understand, similar to tea, and therefore, technically, from my research, yes. Now, if there's no tannic acid, then I hit a off note and I didn't read that correctly. Oh, come on. Putting on the Ritz there, Martin. Derek, I'm not going to say that anybody's actually going to like acid. If you like them, great. If not, they don't have to be for everybody, and that's fine. You're talking about the 1960s stuff that they told people not to take at Woodstock. That bourbon is going to last me well into Stumbo's Live. By the way, I was going to do a Yabo because I got something from the Stumbo, and about the same time it showed up here, I got a message saying, "Did you just get a certain item in with your package?" And I was like, well, yeah. And he says, "Oh, crap. That's not for you. That's for somebody else. Send it to them." A couple minutes later, I got a message from that person that I'm supposed to send it to. And they said, "I'm going to send you something, and I don't want you to send me nothing back, because all I want from you, you've already given me, and that's your friendship." Still not mentioning any names here. And I will tell you, I sent him back a message saying, "Well, I've got something for you already, and I've got to send it to you. So you can either give me the address you want it sent to, or I can just send it to what I can find online about you." A couple seconds later, I got a message. "Fine, here's my completely secret P.O. box. Don't tell nobody. And then erase this damn email stream, because my wife sometimes reads my emails." Again, I'm not telling any names. But I got that package away today. Howdy, Everett. Everett Young. Great to see you, sir. I smell Alec Bradley Medalist. And I figured after the day I had, I kind of wanted to have a lighter smoke. So, realistically, it came in a 4-pack. $20 for 4 cigars. And one of those cigars was the Alec Bradley Lost Art. So I'm going to tell you, I spent the $20 to get the Alec Bradley Lost Art and 3 other Alec Bradley cigars that might or might not make it for me. But the Lost Art, I was willing to smoke 3 of the craptastic worst that Alec Bradley could ever have put in their system. Not that that's what they sent, just saying that that's what I was willing to smoke for how good the Alec Bradley Lost Art is. But this one's good. It's Alec Bradley. It's not a bad cigar. I like the fact that Everett's branching out and picking on Robert while doing it. Such a good thing. So yes, I trim my own trees with my own damn pole saw. And just because Boris is here, I'm going to tell you right now, my loppers and my pole saw are both made by Fiskars. I strongly believe in what works. something else I found out today. Just because I was looking for something. Fiskars has been around for so long that they might have been started when they were Sweden, before they were Russian. But I get the dates confused of when the area that is now Finland stopped being Sweden and started being Russian. But I do know December 6th, 1917, Finland declared their independence. And a couple of days later, on the 18th, Russia agreed with it. But yeah, Fiskars has been a company for, if I remember correctly, so far past triple digits. If I heard what I heard correctly, they're closing in on a 300-year mark, which is why I said I don't remember if they were part of Sweden or part of Russia back then. We're talking about, they've been around forever. Oh, Steve, I bounce real well. Luckily, I'm not 800 years old. I don't try to pull that Methuselah bullshit right now. It's not happening. Oh, looky there. I have the ability to. Okay. Martin, you see how one is really clear right here? I'm wiggling it, and one is slightly yellowed. That one was aged longer. Both of them were aged inside there. Inside of the cellophane. Right, so Boris, that's what I'm saying. Fiskars was started so long ago that I have that whole, because they didn't say what year they started. They just said they've been a company for closing in on that like 300-year mark, and I don't. And I'm not trying to do the math right now to figure that out. So it was like, all I can tell you is Fiskars has been around for forever. They used to make plows. And then they started making other cutting things. Axes and knives were real big on what they made. Saws, various different things. They've stayed true to form. They make great freaking shit. That's all I can tell you about it. Oh, come on, Robert. I am not smoking plastic. It's not happening. If you want smoking plastic, that's that. What was that movie? 15, 20, 25 something or other years ago. Mean Girls. That's what it was. And sorry, none of those girls really had nothing for me. I like. I mean, I guess I would say that the girl that does the weather best out of the three of them, but that's because she at least had something up top. We're not talking brains. 1649, so they were started in Sweden. They've been Swedish and Russian, and now they are Finnish. Hey, I don't need the proof. All I'll tell you is stuff that they are doing today in today's world that still works, that works better than almost all of their contemporaries for anything else. I buy tools for what I need. Why does the garage look like a Fiskars Hall of Fame? Because it works. Oh yeah, and that lifetime warranty. I love the fact that if it breaks, I can just like take a picture and send it to them and tell them where I live. And you know what? They shoot me back something. Awesome. Haunted Bookshop doesn't taste like cigarettes to me either. And I smoked cigarettes at one point in time. I mean, pretty much I was not worried about what kind of cigarettes. I smoked whatever it was that I felt like smoking at the time. Oh, goodness. I'm almost willing to bet that James is watching. Oh, hey, James, in case you are watching, I had to repackage something just in case. And then I had to formulate new packaging material just to make sure that it went to exactly where it wanted to. But I'm fairly certain that the intended recipient will greatly appreciate the round the world in 80 days version of how it got there. I made his delay worth the wait. At least I hope I did. Oh, come on. Haunted Bookshop does not taste like Pall Mall filterless. Hell no. And that was one of my regulars. Oh, yeah, James. He can blame me for all the mix-up too. It'll be fine. Howdy, Donnie. Great to see you, sir. Howdy, Sharon. Great to see you, ma'am. How you doing today? And is Paul going to be joining us, or do you need to like smack him around a little bit? You don't have to tell us that part. We don't need to know. Some of these guys might actually like it, so I wouldn't make that statement. Good, James. Good. I'm completely blamable. Ask my wife. She blames me for everything. Not true. True, but not true. Oh, sorry about that, Sharon. Here, I'll talk with a much calmer ASMR voice. This is Radio Voodoo, bringing you the soothed, sultry tones of Texas. And a truck drives by and brings it all. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're... yeah, migraines suck. I didn't know Lucky Strikes left. James, don't worry about it, brother. Tailgates are fun. I just don't push it out there so much, mostly because people will start thinking I'm just trying to be on the YouTube all the time. I'm just trying to hang out with y'all all the time. That's really what it is. Oh, okay, Sharon. We understand. We definitely understand. Oh. My back wouldn't hurt so much if I wasn't such a fat guy. I know I'm not fat. I'm like a backwards camel. My hump is in the front. Though I will tell you that it's not water-based. Bourbon maybe, but not water. Oh. Derek, the question there is why? Oh yeah, Boris, exactly. Big boned. Clifton friggin' Higgins. Something is headed your way, Cliff. Though I had to take some time and repackage it in just such a way so that it would be nice and safe as it gets there. I would suggest not opening the box that arrives anywhere near your wife. Just saying. And no, I didn't weigh anything. I just put some packaging in there to keep the egg safe. Sharon, I can't go jogging. I have only one good knee. And that means that I'm going to hurt worse if I go jogging. Actually, it's mostly because I'm old and lazy now. Well, I'm honest. Oh, and Cliff, sorry, no bro note. It wouldn't fit in the package. Oh, Derek grabbed the wrong jar. He's smoking the Largo. Largo probably tastes like cigarettes. Cliff, you said use the hidden do not disturb ultra secret P.O. box that's 3 towns over. So I did. Cherokee. That's right up there with Largo. So I was going to do a Yabo from James today. But, well, I couldn't. Because things got crazy. Yeah, Sharon, I like to tell people, that's why I carry a gun. Because people say, well, if trouble happens, you could just run away. No, I can't. I can't run, much less run away. What's the rule? I don't have to run faster than the lion. I only have to run faster than you. Well, I can't do that either, so I better be prepared to defend myself. Oh no, James, I appreciated what was sent. But in all of the mess that happened today, including cutting down trees, which, here, I'm going to show it again. Here we go. See the second big limb up? Not this short one that I've already kind of trimmed down, but the next one up. Well, that is a whole lot closer to that now. Yeah. No big deal. Just got busy working, and by the time I cleaned up and put my tools away and they got myself cleaned up a little bit. Oh, by the way, look, it's March, so we're going back to shaving the cheeks during March. I didn't shave during February, so now we will shave during March. This is 2 months. That's it. Yeah, that's all that's grown in 2 months. This being March the 1st. And the last time I shaved was December 31st. Well, this. But the cheeks. The cheeks will be shaved. Oh, and the neck, yes. Oh, yeah. Look, seriously, if we're ever all together and there's some shit that hits the fan, y'all just run away from it and leave me there, because I'll handle up on what I can. But James, I wanted to make a big deal of it. I don't want it to be hanging around in my dirty jeans pocket. I want to bring it out on a silk pillow. I got to get a silk pillow for it first, but I wanted to make sure everybody knows how special it is. Howdy, Ron and Welsh. Great to see all of everybody today. Now remember, here in just a couple minutes, 5 or less to be exact, somebody's going live. Somebody in Kentucky will be going live, and we're all going to go over there and party with him. Well, Boris, I'm going to let this right here grow until I either get a job or I'm going to see if I can make it to December 31st. See what I can get out of the goatee in that amount of time. Well, Cliff, bring the knife and the cane too. We can really wallop the hell out of some people in that situation. Just say. Ooh, go Partagas. I'm telling you. James, I cannot say that. Myself personally, I cannot say that. But normally I will, you're never going to see me smoke a Cuban on a live stream, mostly because I want to sit back and really enjoy it. And not that I can't enjoy it while I'm live with y'all, but there's times where I just want to sit back and close my eyes and lean back and drink in one hand and Cuban in the other and not listen to my own voice and just chill. And you know what? That's like an awesome thing. Oh, uploading the thumbnail. We all love the thumbnail. They get racy from time to time. Now, Cliff, just as a curiosity, what kind of eggs were those, brother? That was like a big-ass jar of eggs. Yeah, Patrick, see, it's not that I don't want to spend time with y'all while smoking a Cuban. It's that I want to really, really be able to enjoy the Cuban, and having to formulate sentences, I don't want to have to do none of that. I want to literally do nothing but enjoy a Cuban with a glass of bourbon, something higher grade than what I'm drinking, in fact. But it's one of those just... Yeah, I've even told my wife, look, I'll be back in when I'm done. And I'll go to the farthest corner of the yard and just zone out. Nothing. Just zero. Welsh, that's a good thing. I hear you, Cliff, but man, I don't know how many hens you must have to be having that kind of many eggs that you can just say, here, get rid of these for me. I will. I will. Yeah, Ron, that's the way I am with a Cuban. I don't want to take away from it for any reason at all. I just put the world on pause, and I enjoy my cigar. And then when I'm done, I get back on track of doing whatever's needing to be done. Normally, I wait until it's late enough at night that I don't have nothing else to do. But I don't go out there with my phone. Phone stays inside. My wife knows, yeah, he's having one of those Cuban days. Just gonna leave him alone. They lay 8 to 9 eggs per day. Good Lord. Are you eating chicken too, or just eggs? Oh, raw, not even smooth jazz. No music, no nothing. Just me and nature and a bourbon and a cigar. Just absolute bottom line basics. Patrick, the craziness here is, now, people are going to think that I'm trying to break this off politically, and I'm not. There's people out there that are protesting. Oh, Russia shouldn't be doing this and this, that, the other. You know, they're cheering on the Ukrainian people who are pretty much, they're armed, just straight up armed. So all of them are armed. The question I have is, how many of them are going to turn right back around and say that armed citizens aren't a good thing once this whole thing is over? I would hope that most of them would look at it and go, you know what, maybe armed citizens aren't so bad. The law-abiding armed citizens. Oh, James is on. All right. Thank y'all for being here. It's been so much fun having you. As per always, remember, take care of yourselves and each other. Do the best you can with that. As per always, jump over to James Stumbo's show, because that's where we're going to go. And long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Y'all take care. I will see you at James's house in just a minute. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Come on, you damn thing. Ugh. Trump it up. Trump, 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 Trump. Come on. You coming? Oh, waddle, waddle. Come on. You want it out? I'll let you out. Come on. Yeah.